toxic plant you named your child after. A freeway by the amusement park that jilted girls speed across, windows rolled down, screaming bad songs at the top of their lungs. After the new world, before the new one, the Peruvian numerologist told me I'd be trailed by sevens until the day I died. Everything worth nicking needs an explanation. I slept with one man because the moon. I slept with the other because who cares? We're expats. The black rhinos are dying. The subway pastors can't make me tell the truth. Tonight, Z isn't eating, and 5 states away, I'm pouring a whiskey I won't drink. I count the green lights, those blue-eyed flowers your father brought when I couldn't leave my bedroom. The rooftop, the weather, the subway empties its fist of me, the red salt of my fear, a chalky 7 stamped on the pale face of the sleeping pill. What I mean to say is, I'm divisible only by myself. Armadillo. I know there was a boat. My mother, 17, her hair tangled in the sea breeze. She is sitting near the rudder. There is my father, mustache, cigarette-lipped, answering Prime Minister when anyone asked what he'd do with his life. Kuwait, early 1980s, and the world was as exquisite as it had ever been. Once, we went to New Orleans for vacation. We slunk through the swamp in a small boat, and everyone saw an armadillo except my brother. He wept for it to reemerge. A family joke ever since. These things happen. My father said, I love you. My mother kept the baby. Like a lighthouse during a nor'easter, theirs was a love filled with static, easy to falsify. The children are 3 little houses, one built with wind, one with color, the third with brick. The windows aren't windows at all. Years later, my brother became afraid on a roller coaster, and my father yelled at the operator, some Kansas kid, to make it stop. He did. Sometimes I tell my brother, I wonder if I ever saw the armadillo myself. My mother is sitting in the basement of our main house. There is a blizzard, and I've just learned the word for shelter in French. She is pregnant and crying. Vierzon, 3 hours south of Paris. We all lie in the dark and watch the old stars with their arcade lights. We predict our fortune for the coming years. None of it comes true. I marry. Bilal stops drinking. Mariam learns to turn her phone off. The Doha villa still makes me cry, and it takes a decade to understand what my parents always knew. All the love in the world won't buy you what you wanted in the first place. I've been working on the same joke for years. The punchline is you were happy all along. When Hezbollah captured those Israeli soldiers, my parents argued with guests, aunts and uncles, neighbors. They were 2 hearts of the same machine. They shut every room up. I'm flighty, yes, but every klepto is a romantic at heart. I've circled entire houses just to watch my mother's cheek on my father's shoulder. Each was the fever the other learned to live with. When my mother returned from Scotland with her graduation robe, my father rushed to the door murmuring, my doctor, my doctor. Don't tell me that isn't love. You haven't seen the photographs. They're small, young faces. My mother wore white lace. My father clapped while the guests danced. What do we do with heartache? Tow it. I know there was a boat. Before my father slammed a car door to walk across a Midwestern highway. Before the Portland fight where my mother dropped a plate of lobster. Before, did you hear him say Habibti? My brother and I nudging each other at every kiss, every shifting cloud on the car rides home, an armadillo that may or may not have existed, this whole goddamn world the inch between their shoulders in the front seat. Gospel, Texas. First grasshopper. The 17 windows of that simulated colonial town, peering in every single one. Pretending the air we churn is butter. First Valentine card. Poison ivy I never got. My grandmother asking the Burger King cashier for pommes frites. First shooting star, first silver fish, first carrot in a snowball. Kansas on the weekends, the blade of I-35. Permission slips. My mother dressing me as a pilgrim for a school trip. Arabic word for girl, longer than English word for no. Halfway to July. They call it heaven's intersection. The dry grass soliciting rain like loose change, a Budweiser can flattened beneath someone's boot, the train's lonely call for its